Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Imagine going to the hair salon expecting to pay an agreed upon price. However, after the services are complete, the stylist tells you a different price, and it is higher than you expected to pay. I mean, much higher. What do? Well, here's what happened in Birmingham.
Let my hair go.
I'm not leaving.
Let it go.
I'm not leaving. You gotta pay for it.
I got the message. I done paid you exactly what you asked for.
You gotta
Let my hair go.
I don't care.
Let my hair go.
I don't care. Give me my phone. I'm gonna do a live. Go ahead.
Let my hair go.
I'll do the same to you. I'm not leaving.
She don't want you to.
She don't want to pay.
She don't want you to pay, sir.
Man, show the money. Show what I paid.
You pay, but we're gonna fix it. You not leaving.
Show what I paid.
I'm not showing nothing. You didn't pay enough. This is the money, but you're not leaving.
Hello?
Man, you sound crazy.
Yeah, come in.
Bro, let my hair go.
We cannot leave you because
Man, I'm finna sue you, bro. I said sue.
Okay.
Now let me go.
We're gonna sue you too.
Now you wanna threaten me?
Yeah, because you hit me first.
Man, let me go.
You're gonna leave.
No, I did, bro. Let me go.
You're not leaving. We're gonna fix it.
Nah, you ain't doing nothing. Let me go.
You're not leaving. We're gonna fix this.
Bro, let me go.
You're not leaving. Femme la porte. Oh, look at this. She pays $250. You can pay $250 for
You didn't say 250.
Yeah, okay, I told you just pay for it. If you don't want to pay for the human hair, we're going to cut the human hair off. You understand what I'm saying? Because the human hair is carried out a bundle. I can forgive the 50 because that's what I bought. You know, that's what I thought she was like regular knowledge. Now the boho, this is the boho. Now that's what I thought because I received, like I said, I received a lot of things a day. That's what I thought. I said, okay, if you are, yeah, record me. I know. I said, if you want, you can pay.
Okay, family, who's wrong? Who's wrong? Who's right? Give me a thumbs up if you believe the stylist was right. 2 thumbs up if you believe the customer was right. Okay, here's what Consumer Watchdog says about it. Generally, a business cannot unilaterally change the price of a service after it's completed if you had a clear agreement or contract, as this is considered a breach of terms. But they might try to add hidden fees like processing or cost recovery charges, which can be deceptive and should be challenged, especially if the original price was clear or the contract limited increases. If the original agreement allowed for price adjustments based on specific conditions like scope changes or cost recovery, the changes might be permissible if disclosed, but without clear terms, you can dispute excessive charges or seek a price reduction. Furthermore, I don't know where old girl is from. She had a foreign accent, but let me tell you something. Holding people by their hair against their will, preventing them from leaving, is kidnapping in America. Punishable by time in prison. Yeah, you can't do that. What is wrong with these hairstylists these days? First, the barbers want to charge $100 a head, and now the stylists want to take their hair back. Stylist, what's going on? I remember when the stylist, the barber and the stylist industry was illustrious. I remember when they used to have them big shows and stuff, and they come out and do that thing. I'm sure there was always something going on behind the scenes, but it had a little flair to it and class and sophistication to it. Some of the people out there who are stylists, or even people that, have visited stylists often, y'all know what I'm talking about. That was a time. And I will go back and say that would have been the 90s that I remember. The 90s and perhaps some of the early 20s. But what happened? Let me tell you something, fam. Everybody is not qualified to own a business. Some people have no business decorum whatsoever. They run a business like they would be doing something around the house and dealing with their friends or whatever. When you run a business, you got to operate by a code. You got to operate within the law. You dig what I'm saying? You got to have terms and conditions that you go by, right? And it's got to be clear to your customers. If you want to charge a particular price, you can charge whatever you want to charge. But you have to get an understanding with your client first. You can't tell a person it's going to be $200, which we seen in the text messages. And then when you finish, you know what? That'll be $250. See, well, I guess it's the principle. I was about to say, that $50 could have just went toward the tip, but maybe she didn't want it. She wasn't going to tip at $50. So that woman was like, nah, no way, Jose. But maybe, just maybe, she would have tipped her even more. If she just kept it 100, kept it at 200, kept it 100, and kept it at 200, right? And the woman appreciated the job she did. Perhaps she would have gave her a tip close enough to 50 to, satisfy the time that she put in, right? The extra time or whatever extra pizzazz that she put on the woman's style or whatever she did, perhaps that would have justified it. That would have been a nice little consolation or whatever, but you can't do that. A lot of people out there do business really, really bad, man. This is just as bad to me, or almost as bad, as far as the mentality of someone who works in a corner store and will pull out a gun and shoot somebody over a bag of chips. I got it, it's the principle. But we're talking about a $2 principle. No, man, I'm not taking somebody's life over $2. Now, if the behavior is habitual, they're coming into my store every day, stealing me, nickel and diming me, literally. I might, snatch them up a little bit and, ding fries and shake, get them off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, go down the street with that, man, but, because that stuff adds up. But one time, I wouldn't advertise it, but I let you get me for $2 at least once, I let you get away with once, But, and I'm the type of person too, fam, that I might snatch a person up. I don't like nobody trying to get over on me, so I might check a person, charge him up. Man, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Why you stealing from me? Who knows, fam? It may be something heavy. It could be a situation where somebody tell me, man, I ain't ate in 2 days. I'm giving grace. I gotta give grace. I got kids at the house and this and that and the third. I got you, man, because I got kids at the house too. But that don't give you a right to steal from me. Tell you what can you do, man? See, I'm the type of person, I'd rather teach a man how to fish than to give him fish. So I'm gonna be like, what you do? What can you do? I'm gonna help him get over whatever hump he gotta get over right there in that moment. But I'm like, what can you do? What can you do? And I'm trying to use my resources, try to point them in the right direction, whether you need to have a shelter for the night or maybe, get on somebody's job or whatever, even if it's temporary, just something to give them a little boost. Because that's all a lot of times people need is just a boost. They don't need a hand out. They need a hand up, right? So I don't have a problem with that. But a lot of people are not qualified to run businesses. I'm qualified to run businesses, but there's certain businesses I'm really not good at. Like, for example, being a landlord. You can't rent from me and not give me my money. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Because anybody who's ever been a landlord knows if you got a mortgage, and even if you don't have a mortgage, that's a lot of money for somebody to just be laying up in your house month after month and not paying, to be there, right? Because you still got expenses, even if it's nothing but taxes. You still have expenses. So you're not gonna just be able to lay up in my house and then tell me, something about the courts and this and that and the third. No, man, you gotta get up out of there, man. You ain't gonna be able to just go in my house and change the locks and lay up and no. You ain't doing that. You're not squatting at my crib, man. No. That's not gonna happen. So I'm not good. I wouldn't make a good landlord. I already tried it before. I just wasn't good at it, fam. Like, I was like, yeah, let me get on out of here before this thing escalates. Let me get out of this. So I switched gears and I started moving in a different direction, because maybe I'll come back and be a landlord in a different capacity, but just dealing with renters, regular renters, here, there, nah, man, can't do it. This woman attitude probably just cost her entire business. They say that she got arrested. I haven't confirmed that, but they say she was arrested and she should have been arrested for kidnapping. If I was that woman, I'd press charges. I would absolutely make her out of an example. And that goes for these other people, especially these Asian shops that be locking black women inside of the nail salons and the hair salons, not hair salons, but the nail salons, when there's some type of dispute, right? There's a dispute. They'll lock the women in and sometimes they'll jump them. Oh yeah, I would absolutely press charges and then turn around and sue them. Yeah, man. Sue, press charges, get them off you, teach them a lesson. This is the United States of America, man. You can't be doing that. We are a country of laws. You can't just be out here doing whatever you want to do. Unless you're the president. But that's a whole different story, man. Let's not even go there. Let's keep this thing right here in the lane of stylists. Stylists, y'all have to remember to conduct yourself in a manner that's consistent with the first syllable of your profession. Style. No more talk.